Hello everyone. In this video of chapter biomolecules, I'll be talking about proteins, alpha amino acids, peptide bonds, types of proteins, and nucleic acid. Proteins are the fundamental structural materials for animal bodies. We know that proteins in the form of enzymes play a prime role in so many physiological reactions, and the protein term is derived from Greek word which is called as proteos, which means as primary or of primary of prime importance. Nutritional source of protein are milk, pulse, nuts, fish, meat, etc. And chemically, proteins are the polyamides, which is having higher molecular weight, and these are the polymers of monomer unit, which is called as alpha amino acid. Now let's talk about alpha amino acids. Proteins on complete hydrolysis, they will give rise to mixture of so many alpha amino acids, and alpha amino acids are the compounds having carboxylic acid functional group and also amino group present in the compound. The first carbon atom is bonded with carboxylic acid group, and the alpha carbon atom in all the alpha amino acids except glycine is chiral. It is found that the alpha carbon in alpha amino acid obtained by the hydrolysis of protein, and it is having LIVO configuration, and the LIVO alpha amino acids are represented by this Fischer's formula. The R symbol in the structure of alpha amino acid represents the side chain, and it may contain the additional functional group also. If R is containing one more carboxylic acid group, then the amino acid will be acidic. If R is containing more amino group, it is then basic. And if the group is present which is not containing any acidic or basic group, then the amino acid would be neutral. Ten amino acids are the amino acids which cannot be synthesized in the human body, and they have to be obtained from the proper diet, and these amino acids are called as essential amino acids. And these amino acids are the acids which are marked with this asterisk sign in this list, like valine, leucine, threonine, methionine, phenylvaline, tryptophan, lysine, arginine, histidine. These are the alpha amino acids which are essential amino acids and cannot be synthesized by human body. We have to take it from our diet. Now alpha amino acids are the compounds having high melting points, water soluble crystalline solids, and they are very much unlike to the simple amines or carboxylic acid. These properties are due to the peculiar structure like zwitterion in the alpha amino acid. If this is one amino acid, the carboxylic group hydrogen is given out as proton, and that proton would be accepted by this amino group. So it is having positive charge and it is having negative charge. So the molecule is having negative and positive charge within the molecule. Such ions are called as Zwitter ion. And amino acid can exist in different forms depending upon the pH of the solution in which it is getting dissolved. Now, peptide bond. Proteins are known to break down into peptides in stomach and duodenum under the influence so many enzyme present in it. And pepsin is one of the enzyme which is secreted by stomach. Polypeptides will further break down into alpha amino acid, and this implies that proteins are formed by connecting so many alpha amino acids with each other, and the bond which is connecting alpha amino acid is called as peptide bond. When the number of alpha amino acids linked by peptide bond more than 10 are called polypeptides. Now, the CHR units linked by peptide bond, and they are referred as residues, amino acid residues. Proteins are polypeptides having more than 100 amino acid residue linked by peptide bond. Let's see. This is one amino acid glycine and this is one amino acid alanine. The COOH group will interact with NH2 group of another amino acid, and they will lose one water molecule to give you such secondary amide kind of functional group within the molecule and get associated, and this kind of bonding is called peptide bond. It is noted that distinction between the protein and polypeptide is not that sharp. The two ends of polypeptide chain of protein are not identical. The end having free carboxylic group is called C-terminal, and the another end having free amino group is called N-terminal. In this molecule, in this formula, we are showing the bonding of two types of amino acid, that is glycine and alanine. So this is dipeptide, and this is the N-terminal and this is the C-terminal of the dipeptide, and this is the linkage is called as peptide bond. Now, types of protein. Depending upon the molecular shape of proteins, they are classified into two groups. Number one is globular. Molecules of globular proteins have spherical shape, like its name. This shape result in the coiling around the polypeptide chain of protein. Globular protein are usually soluble in water. For example, insulin, serum albumin, legumelin. Fibrous protein. These are the fibrous kind of proteins which are in elongated and rod-like structure. This shape are result in the holding of polypeptide chain of protein parallel to each other. Hydrogen bond or disulfide bond are responsible for this shape. Fibrous proteins are insoluble in water, and the examples are myosin or keratin. The shape of protein molecules are the result of four-level structure of protein, and we will talk about only here primary structure of protein. Proteins are responsible for variety of function in the organism. Proteins of hair, muscles, skin give shape to the structure, while enzymes are proteins which catalyze some physiological reactions. There is diversity in terms of the function of proteins and can be understood by studying the four-level structure of protein. Here we are learning only primary structure of protein. Primary structure of protein is the sequence of constituent alpha amino acid residues linked by peptide bond. Any change in the sequence of amino acid will result in the different kind of protein. The primary structure of protein is represented by writing the three-letter symbol of amino acid residue as per their sequence in the concerned protein, like this. This is the N-terminal of protein and this is the C-terminal of protein. So, how we are defining the primary structure? Alanine is forming peptide bond with glycine and so on. Different molecule or alpha amino acids are bonding to give you a long structure of protein. Now, denaturation of protein. At high temperature or interaction with acid or base, even agitation will disrupt the non-covalent interaction for the specific shape of protein. This is called as denaturation of protein. It is the process by which molecular shape of protein changes without breaking the peptide bond and that form the primary structure. Denaturation results in the disturbing the structure of protein. You can say the primary, secondary or quaternary structure of protein would be disturbed. This causes the property of protein and the biological activity is lost. Now, enzymes. Very large number of chemical reaction used to take place in our body, which used to be brought out with the help of enzymes only. and these reactions used to happen at pH 7.4 and temperature 37 degrees Celsius. And these biological catalysts which are responsible for so many reactions are called enzymes. For example, insulin, amylase. These are the enzymes which are chemically proteins and responsible for thousands of reactions happening in the cell. Most enzymes catalyze only one reaction or one group of similar reaction. Enzymes are highly specific, and in contrast, an enzyme that addresses catalysis hydrolysis of amide will not work on ester or acetyl. Now, mechanism of enzyme catalysis. Action of enzyme on a substrate is described by lock and key mechanism. According to the enzyme has active site on surface and the substrate molecule can attach to this active site. It is if it is having the right shape and size. On the active site, the substrate is held in the correct orientation and it will react and form the product and leave the site. The enzyme is ready to act as a catalyst again as soon as the product is leaving the site. Formation of enzyme and substrate complex is having very low activation energy. That is why the rate of reaction is very high. So enzymes are so efficient, and one enzyme molecule can catalyze 10,000 substrate molecule in 1 second. And there are so many industrial processes where enzyme used to be used nowadays. For example, conversion of glucose into fructose using glucose isomerase, manufacturing of new antibiotics using penicillin G acylase, manufacturing of laundry detergent using proteases, manufacturing of acid using cosmetics generally engineered by enzymes only. Nucleic acids. One of the most remarkable protein of living cell is having a ability to produce their replicas through the thousands of generation, and this is possible because of certain type of information which is passed unchanged from one generation to another generation, and such genetic information and its transfer to the new cell is accomplished by nucleic cells. There are two types of nucleic cells, RNA and DNA. RNA is mainly found in the fluid of living cells like cytoplasm, and DNA is primarily in the nuclei of the living cells. Now let's understand the nucleic acids. The first term is nucleotides. Nucleotides are the unbranched polymers of repeating monomers called nucleotides. You can say nucleic acids are formed by the monomer nucleotides. Nucleic acid have a polynucleotide structure, you can say, and DNA molecule contains several millions of nucleotides, and RNA molecule contain few thousands of nucleotides. This is a major difference between the RNA and DNA. Nucleotide is having three units, that is monosaccharide, nitrogen containing base, and phosphate group. Nucleotide in RNA or DNA, it is having 5-membered ring of monosaccharide. In RNA, sugar component is nucleotide. Sugar component of nucleotide unit is D-ribose, and in DNA it is 2-deoxy-D-ribose. The 5 nitrogen containing bases present in nucleosides are cytosine, uracil, thymine, which are derived from parent compound pyrimidine, and 2 nitrogen bases with 2 rings are adenine and guanine. These are the pyrimidines and purines, which are pyrimidine are having single ring and purines are having 2 rings. A nucleoside is formed by joining the anomeric carbon of furanones of nitrogen of a base. Nucleotides are formed by adding a phosphate group to the 5th OH group of a nucleotide, and thus nucleotides are monophosphates of nucleosides. Abridged name of some nucleotides are AMP, DAMP, UMP, DTMP and so on. And MP used to stand for monophosphate, and small letter D is the beginning, indicates deoxyribose in the nucleotide. Now, structure of nucleic acid. In DNA or RNA, the polymers of nucleotides formed by joining the third OH group to one molecule with the fifth phosphate of another nucleotide. Two ends of polynucleotide chain are distinct from each other. One end of free phosphate group of fifth position is called fifth end, and other end is third end has a free OH group at third position. Polynucleotide structure of nucleic acid is represented like this structure. This is the structure and this is the structure actually. Sugar is there, one base is there and phosphate group is there. Then the another monomer, this sugar is bonded with the phosphate of this another monomer, and then sugar is bonded with base. Then this monomer is bonded with the phosphate of another monomer and so on. At last we can say the primary structure of nucleotide is the sequence of the nucleotides present in this, or we can say it is determined by the identity of the bases in the nucleotides. Different nucleic acids have distinct primary structures. It is the sequence of bases in DNA which carries the genetic information of the organism. The polynucleotide chain of nucleic acid are named by the sequence of base beginning with the fifth end using one letter symbol of the base. For example, name is CATG. That means there are 4 nucleotides in the segment containing bases cytosine, adenine, thymine and guanine. Thank you.